Welcome, everybody. We're so excited to have you all on tonight. And we just want to jump on and meet some of our new ambassadors and answer questions for you guys, kind of talk products, a little bit of our testimony. And we're just so excited to share with you this evening. So I'm first going to jump into just talking a little bit about my favorite combo that I started with my favorite products and what I think every single person would benefit from. The triplex combo is hands down my very favorite because it's working to rebalance our body and remove toxins and then replenish with the nutrients that we need and helping with our microbiome. There's so much research right now behind our microbiome and our bodies and how that affects our health, our weight, inflammation, and how we counteract diseases. All of us are having that disrupted, our gut health disrupted because of environmental toxins, outside factors, antibiotics we've been on, chemicals we're exposed to, our beauty products. All those things are causing disruption in the foods that we eat, the sugars and the carbs. So obviously this product is amazing. These products are amazing for anybody. I love that they're very clean. I love they're plant-based and obviously think they're the best thing out there and very affordable for what is in these products and the ingredients that they carry. We've been doing this now for a year and a half. Amina's been doing it a little bit longer than I have, been sharing Plexus and taking the products. And the testimonies that we have are incredible. That's why Amanda and my belief are so strong because we've watched so many people just get their lives back, whether that's reducing stress, getting off medications, feeling happier, more confident, feeling like they're better moms, wives, dads, husbands, the kids are healthier. And I truly believe that's why we're called the Health and Happiness Company. So it's really, really blessed me. I have a little boy talking in the background. Hold on one second. Nina, do you want to take over for 1 minute? Thank you.
Sorry, I'll unmute myself. So I wasn't even listening where she left off. She was talking about how amazing this has been for us just to have so many amazing testimonies within our team. I think our belief in these products in the business just continues to grow because, like I said, we've been doing this for a year and a half, and I still have not found one thing within these products or these ingredients that makes me question that I'm in the right place or that I'm taking the right products. I believe in these products 100%, and my belief in this company is through the roof. And every event we go to and the more people we meet, I love just being associated with so many people that are so like-minded, so have so much just the health, the accountability that I find within this group of people. They're motivating, they're uplifting. It's just been such an amazing experience. Like, I can't tell you guys enough. Like, I never saw myself involved in something like this or sharing products or making this a business, but it has been the biggest blessing of my life, really, outside of having my kids and being married and that sort of thing. But I really love what I do. So I'll let Carrie take over and talk about that. She was going to talk about that.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so the 3 products in the triplex combo, most of you are probably a little familiar with them. That's probably what you got started with. Most likely you got the triplex welcome pack because that's what we tell our team everybody should be on. And if you're not, that's okay. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about those products and what makes them so amazing. I'm going to try to keep it brief. Obviously, it's going to be real in depth, but I just want to kind of tell you what I share with people and why I love these products. So I'm going to start with the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5. Many people kind of blow off the BioCleanse. I even have people sometimes like, I don't think I need that, like, because they're scared of cleanses, right? We all are. We hear about it. It's like a buzzword. You need to do a cleanse, but that's scary. And I know I was the exact same way. I ate healthy, and I had thought about cleanses, but I was like, I am not going to be sitting on the toilet. And when my sister even mentioned the word BioCleanse, I was like, I'm regular, thank you, but no thanks. I'll maybe try the other products. But she said, no, Carrie, these products are very, very gentle. And I love it because it's a magnesium compound with vitamin C in it. You guys, it is something can be taken for your whole life. And what's great about this product is there's a lot of people that are struggling with constipation. And if you aren't having 1 to 3 bowels in a day, you need this product. If you're a regular like me, you still need this product because it's oxygenating your body and it's helping you to remove the toxins that the ProBio 5 kills off. So ProBio 5, my little one tonight is still seems like, can you go to bed, honey? Night time, okay? I love you. What? Okay, in a minute. ProBio 5 is basically like a 3-in-1. I like to say it's a 3-in-1 product. It has 5 strains of freeze-dried probiotics. It has digestive enzymes and antifungals. Now, why that's important, the freeze-dried aspect is important because it's actually going to get to your gut where it needs to be. Most are that you see on the market are refrigerated, and everyone's like, oh, I buy really expensive probiotics, and they're in the refrigerator, in the refrigerator. Well, how hard is it to travel and take those with you? Most people really need those probiotics. That's why they have the high quality ones. It's just not convenient, for one. And for two, when they touch your mouth, most of that good bacteria is dying off and it's not even making it to your intestinal tract. That's why we recommend you take your probiotic at night when your stomach acids are lower, and it's going to actually get to the GI tract, and that's how our capsules work too. Then they'll disintegrate once they get into the GI tract and break down, and so those probiotics can get to be where they need to be. So I love that about it. The digestive enzymes are also really great to help you break down proteins and lactose, and the antifungals is a natural grapeseed extract. Very, very powerful. You guys can do your research outside of Plexus on that. Just helpful in killing the bad bacteria. We talk a lot about gut health. I knew nothing about gut health when I came into Plexus, and I will say it has totally changed my perspective on health, and it's just so important. I mean, gut health is, I think, becoming more of a buzzword, but when Amanda and I started, I don't feel like many people heard about, talked about gut health. We knew probiotics and prebiotics, but I didn't really know why people talked about that. I didn't understand a microbiome. So what this is doing, I always love to explain this one thing because I think visuals are so good. My sister said, think of it if you were making bread and you added sugar to your yeast, what's going to happen? It's going to grow. We all have bad bacteria and yeast in our gut, so this is why I'm trying to give you guys a visual. But put a little bit of sugar, it's going to grow. What if you did 2 cups of sugar? It's going to be expanding outside the bowl, right? So that's the same way our gut is. The sugars and carbs and the antibiotics and environmental factors and stress, all that negative is feeding that bad bacteria, and then we're having an overgrowth. And so the good bacteria is having a really hard time thriving. So that's important by the antifungals. That's what makes this probiotic so amazing, is most probiotics don't have anything to fight the bad bacteria. So all you're doing is putting all this good bacteria with the bad bacteria, but you have an overgrowth. So there's no room for the good bacteria to even thrive at all. And it's just because of the lifestyles that we live now. So I love that this is going in and doing more than one thing. And I know that's really brief, but then I'm going to touch on our new reformulated Slim. I love it. This little brochure is awesome too. And okay, so originally the original formula, or the original Slim, is incredible. I mean, hands down, you guys have that, keep taking it. It's amazing. There are so many results that have come from original Slim. There's nothing wrong with that product. My sister and I are actually taking both right now because a lot of these trials were done with 2-a-days. So we're drinking one of the new formula and one of the old formula. But the old formula, you guys, there's nothing wrong with that. It has helped so many people regulate their blood sugars, feel good, have extra energy, reduce cravings, manage their weight, reduce inflammation, chlorogenic acid, alpha-lipoic acid, all really, really good quality ingredients in that. And I love that it's sweetened with stevia, plant-based sweetener. There's a lot of research behind stevia and how great that is for you too. When you regulate blood sugars before a meal, you're not eating as much, and you're also just going to feel so much better throughout the day. So I really personally love both of our Slims. Love the flavor of the new one. I know we had a few people that felt like the original Slim was pretty sweet for them. And I will say the new one is more of a refreshing taste if you haven't got a chance to try it yet. And it's watermelon, raspberry, lemon flavors. And it's more, I don't know, it probably reminds me a little bit more of a Crystal Light, whereas our other one was pretty sweet. And I used to just kind of shoot it down because I knew all the benefits of it in the morning. And this one I probably linger a little more because it tastes so good, our new one. But what really sets this apart, the new formulation, is the prebiotics. And what's so exciting about this for us is that the clinical studies that we have behind it just really validates what Plexus is doing and what we're all about. I think it really, really goes along with the gut health aspect. And prebiotics is a buzzword. So I feel like a lot of people are like, okay, I know I need a prebiotic. I know I need a probiotic. So this is just awesome. It's awesome for us to be sharing this. And if you guys aren't kind of sure what a prebiotic is, I was listening to some calls, and just so I could kind of hopefully break down a little bit. A prebiotic is just a fiber that is often found in a lot of our foods too, like artichokes. And but this is a fiber that you can't digest as well. You can't digest, but what it is basically like a miracle grow for the probiotics and the good bacteria. in our body. So they need something to feed on. And because of our lifestyle, we aren't getting enough of those prebiotics. So this is just giving an added boost. And when you have a healthy gut flora, a balanced one that has your immune system is going to be improving. 80% of your immune system's in your gut, 90% of that serotonin and that happy feeling, your mood is in your gut. So when we have a healthy gut, our body's feeling better. We're able to fight off diseases and things like that. So that's a little bit of a breakdown of the triplex combo. One of my very, very favorites. And I'm going to go ahead and let Amanda share with you guys about X Factor and Mega X, because I feel like those are just as important. So
yes. Okay. So when I started with the double triplex welcome pack. And so I got the X Factor for free pretty much with that welcome pack, which is our multivitamin. And so I started taking it right away. I'm so glad that I did, because I love this little jewel, and I've learned to love it even more over the past year and a half when I'm helping people start on the products and, you know, just monitoring how they're feeling. This guy really, really helps. Sometimes you will have some detox and die-off symptoms when you're working into the probiotic and some of the products, because a lot of people are detoxing from sugar, and also just killing off the bad bacteria in your gut can make you feel not so great. Sometimes starting just the magnesium supplement can have some GI discomfort in your stomach, just getting used to that magnesium. A lot of people are like 80% of the population is deficient in magnesium, but that doesn't mean that you just start taking it and you start feeling great. Sometimes a few people will have some bloating and discomfort while you're working into it, and they think, am I going to be running to the bathroom all the time like this? But no, it changes. Like, your body gets used to it. I mean, in the beginning, I was only taking 1 to 2 BioCleanse a day for quite a while. But now I take 4 a day. I take 3 at night, and I take another 1 to 2 in the morning, and I don't have any discomfort, or, you know, I'm not running to the bathroom. Like, I'm very regular. I was very regular before. So anyway, I tell people if they're having issues, the number one thing they need to start taking is X Factor. It really helps just work through that fatigue. Great for energy, has B vitamins in it. I mean, it's a complete multivitamin. The awesome thing about it is it has natural folate instead of folic acid. So it's awesome multivitamin for even as a prenatal. So if anybody's pregnant or nursing or anything like that, it's a great multivitamin. It has, the special thing about it is that it has the aloe blend in it. And this aloe blend is patented. And I was just listening to Dr. Dennis talk about X Factor today, that I hadn't seen his video. And he was talking about the studies that were done on this aloe blend and with different vitamins, water soluble and fat soluble vitamins both. And he was saying that the water soluble vitamins, it increased their bioavailability. So the availability of your body to actually absorb those vitamins by like 320%. And the fat soluble vitamins like vitamin E, it was increasing them by like 360%. So it's pretty awesome just adding that little aloe plant into these multivitamins, how much better it is for your body. And I will say, I noticed, like, you know, my lashes were growing, my hair is strong and healthy, my nails, there's lots of things like that. I think I can attribute like my skin and just my energy to these vitamins too. The next product that I started on was the Mega X. And this was kind of a newer product when I started. It had just came out at convention that year. And so it was kind of the buzz. And it's a complete omega supplement. So it's 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. So all of those omegas that we hear about that we need. You know, doctors, if you go to any doctor, they will tell you, you should take a good multivitamin and you should take a good omega supplement. It's so good for brain health, heart health. I think it really helped me with my hormonal balance. It's the omega-7, I think that's in here, is the hawthorn, right? And that really helps with hormonal balance. So I would recommend that. They're little gel caplets. They're super easy to take. They're really small. They're orange, not like the other bigger capsules. So I take 2 of those at night. The other thing that's great about these is they say the Mega X paired with the probiotic at nighttime before bed is better than any sleep aid that you will take. Omegas aid in relaxation. And so a lot of people note improvement in sleep with the Mega X and the probiotic. So I just want to talk about those 2 because those are probably my favorite 5 products that we have. I mean, I make sure I take these every day. And the X Factor I take in the morning. When I first started, I started taking it at night just because it was easier for me to remember because I was taking the majority of my stuff at night. But then I realized, more reading I did, that I should be taking it in the morning because those B vitamins will really help you with your energy and stuff like that. So I switched, and I double up on my multivitamin. I take it morning and night. But a lot of people recommend taking it in the morning versus nighttime just for better results. Okay, Care, do you want me to tell a little bit of my story and why I started? And
yeah, sorry, I didn't really talk on much of the die-off, but I think you kind of briefly covered it. I don't know if you wanted me to talk any more on that, or we can ask questions at the end if people have any questions.
Yeah, we can ask questions at the end. Not everybody's going to have the same symptoms. I noticed when I was working up on my probiotic, I was like in the 2 to 3 range. When I was working up to 3, I noticed that I was a little bit more tired. I started having a few headaches, things like that. And I think, just making sure you're talking with your sponsor and letting them know how you feel, and they can help you work through that. Either, a lot of people need to adjust their BioCleanse and their probiotic just a little bit. And if they don't know the answer, they can definitely reach out to Carrie and I too. And we're happy to help with regimens.
I think just making sure you're drinking plenty of water and taking your time working into those stages. If you aren't feeling good, don't rush yourself. What's happening is your body's killing off these toxins. And if you're killing off everybody's body is different. So I could tell one of you, one of you might be working through it like this, bing, 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 and you're fine. The next person might be trying to work up into the process like, man, I am really struggling. And you know what? Listen to your body. Your body's, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that you're feeling that way because that means you need to get rid of these toxins. But you also need to be kind to your body. So realize those are real feelings and maybe you are having a little more of a struggle. And like, I know when I worked from 2 to 3, I had trouble. I had no trouble. And I was so worried. I was like, I wonder what 3 to 4 is going to be like. Because I have a little bit of a skin breakout, and I'm so thankful though, you guys, my eyes and my skin is so much clearer now. But when I was going through it, I had some itchy spots before I started Plexus. I don't know if it's food allergy, environmental allergies, what the heck it was. Started from like Christmas. And so then I started Plexus in January. I actually threw out my Christmas tree because I thought I was allergic to my tree, which I think maybe I was to the preservatives or something because it was really, really bad and itchy. And it kind of got worse for a while. I mean, my eyes kind of got swollen, and I could not find anything on the pages. So I'm like, does anybody have swollen eyes? Like, and I knew I wasn't allergic to the products. It wasn't that. I knew I was working through something, and I think it was a gut health issue for sure. But so everybody's different. I mean, nobody that I really knew on our team was dealing with something like that. So I had to take the products a little slow. And I tell people like the biggest thing is to try to, Amanda and I are huge on holistic health and trying to find remedies holistically. There's a time and place for medicine, but we love Dr. Axe. Oftentimes if you go to Dr. Axe's website, he's a holistic doctor and he has remedies for everything under the sun. I mean, and he's our go-to, especially even when we're helping people troubleshoot with, something they've struggled with even before Plexus and then just still struggling with it. I love to go to his site and find some essential oils, natural things you can drink, eat that can help promote health. So he's definitely my go-to, and there's other doctors too, but he's probably one of my very favorites. And I know Amanda will agree, like we just love him. And it just really aligns with what Plexus is doing too. So, one of the most important things I want you guys to remember too, oftentimes if I have somebody come to me and like, I'm just not feeling different. If you are extremely stressed out, Plexus is going to help you with your stress levels. It has helped me so much with my anxiety. I didn't even know I struggled with anxiety until I've been on Plexus. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like a hormonal mess before. And I never want to go back to that. I'm so much more calmer with my kids and my husband, and he's even noticed a change. And I hear a ton of women say that their husbands started the products because they saw such a change in their wives. And they're like, I don't ever want you to quit Plexus. And because it really helps us balance our hormones and feel so much better. So I want to say this though, if you are extremely stressed out, your body is in defense mode and cannot heal. So it's going to be a lot harder for you to start feeling a lot better. And a lot of times there's some things that people can't prevent. Maybe you're going through a divorce or something really tragic has happened in your life. It's a really hard time for your body to heal in that process if you're like stressed, because your body's in defense mode. It's not trying to heal. It doesn't have the energy to heal. So just keep that in mind and try to do things that can de-stress. I mean, you can take hot baths at night. There's things to unwind, spiritual reading, meditation, things like that are all good. Okay, so Amanda, go ahead. I'll let you tell your testimony real quick. And like I said, we'll try to keep this in 30 minutes. We'll hustle.
I don't know how much I'll go into my testimony. You guys can find it other places, but I just wanted to say really quickly, I mean, I'm a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with breast cancer at 34. I went through the whole rigmarole, the chemotherapy, the radiation, the double mastectomy, and even at 35, it was really hard on my body. You know, I'm lucky I was 35 going through all of that and not 60, because I can't imagine being that age and going through those types of treatments and just the toll that it takes on your health. It was really hard for me. Just energy wise, didn't have energy. I slept during the day when my kids would take a nap. I slept all night. I just didn't have the energy to exercise and lose the added weight that I had gained. And so I was really looking for just some natural ways that I could be the healthiest me possible again, because I knew I didn't want to go through breast cancer again. And so that's kind of what led me to Plexus. My cousin was sharing about Plexus, and at first I was really turned off to it because I had other friends that were sharing all kinds of health products all over my Facebook wall. And I had researched some of them, and I didn't feel like the products were very clean. They had extra additives and ingredients and stuff that I knew I didn't want to put in my body. After I'd been through what I'd been through, I wanted to be really, really careful about what I was taking. And but she's like, just look at the ingredients. She was sending me some different articles about like magnesium and how it oxygenates your cells and just balancing my hormones and removing extra estrogen from my body. And I'm like, wow, this really lines up with everything that I was already reading about what I needed to be doing in all these different anti-cancer diet books. And I had come across some different natural and holistic healthcare professionals online. And so I was learning a lot. It was all foreign to me, just like breast cancer was foreign to me. You know, when I got thrown into that, it was all foreign. The language, the treatments, didn't know anybody who had been through breast cancer really close to me, so I had never really followed their journeys that closely. And so it was a lot of research on my own there and trying to make the right decisions. And so was this journey. Just trying to find products that I believed would make me healthy again. And so anyway, I started Plexus and I started feeling great right away. I mean, like seriously, within the first month, I was noticing so many changes in my health, like just sleeping better at night and more energy. And I was losing some weight and just having better cravings and craving water and not drinking all the extra calories and other drinks, you know, and just exercising again and feeling good, and hormonal balance, which was a huge thing for me because after going through chemotherapy, it really does a number on your hormones. And, I went into menopause during chemo. And so just my ovaries waking back up and all those sorts of things, it's not enjoyable. And so I found so much hormonal balance in it too when I was feeling better. And so it kind of organically happened that I just started sharing these products because I was like, I know other people that need these products, people that are close to me, like my sister and my friend Jeanette. And I knew they were struggling with things that I was reading about Plexus and how Plexus could help them with this kind of stuff. And especially my sister, who I knew struggled with her monthly cycle. And so I was like, Carrie, it's made a huge difference for me. And I didn't even struggle as much as her as far as like heavy flow and length of my period and, things like that. But it had knocked it down and I had no cramps, no bloating. Like I was just feeling amazing. And I was like, Carrie, what if it changed that for you? And so I finally got her on board with that little tidbit of information. She's like, well, maybe I'll look into it a little bit more. And I'm serious, like we scrutinized these ingredients. I mean, like we researched every ingredient with like 5 different doctors, like everyone, and we asked I asked my oncologist, we asked our doctors if these products were legit, and so we really did our research before we started. But anyway, so it kind of just started organically that I started sharing these products. And, I got Carrie on board, and Jeanette was really struggling with inflammation in her joints, and she was on all these different medications and just wasn't the mom she wanted to be. I knew she had troubles even getting up off the floor at night. And she was telling me about all these struggles she was having. I'm like, what if this could change that for you? Like, what if this could help you, with your joint pain? And I was trying to talk to her about other holistic things. And finally, she gave it a chance. So that's kind of started the journey of sharing these products. And I'll let Carrie talk a little bit more about her experience there too. But.
Yeah. And for me, this was totally a God thing. That's the only thing I can say for me, honestly, because nobody but my sister would have sold me on these products. I had absolutely no interest in a business, working from home, this whole, everybody glamorizes that. I'm like, no, I don't need to be glued behind. I got enough things going on. We have a farm and ranch. I have 2 boys. I am crazy busy. I had a side business that I ran when I did have spare time, but I didn't ever have spare time. So I told my sister, okay, I'll try the products because I really did need hormonal balance and I did need better energy. I wasn't a huge believer in supplements, but I said I'd give it a try. And within a week, I saw the opportunity, because I saw so many changes for myself. And I noticed I wasn't needing those afternoon naps. And it was subtle, but I was like, I woke up one day. I remember even having the conversation. I called Amanda and I was like, what's crazy? I haven't even felt like I needed a nap, but I wasn't like having this crazy energy. It was like something I had never even felt before. It was like what you would say normal is, but I thought I was normal before Plexus. I told my sister, I'm normal for a busy mom. I'd make excuses, but it's kind of like trying to tell a woman that she has PMS when she's PMSing. Nobody wants to hear that. And that's kind of how I feel like I was. Nobody wanted to hear, I didn't want to hear that I had low energy or that I was in a bad mood. I didn't want to hear that. And because I thought I was normal for all the things I had going on in life, but now I see that my stress is reduced and I just feel so much better. And my monthly cycle, by the way, came without any cramps my very first month. Was the shortest period I'd ever had. I literally woke up and was didn't even know my menstrual cycle was starting. And I was like, what? I was all in. And I guess from there, I automatically thought of people that I knew this could help. I was praying for an answer when my sister went through breast cancer, anything that would help her. And I didn't know that this was going to help me so much, but she literally, there are so many of you guys as friends right now that are struggling with health things that they probably aren't even telling you about, because I've had my friends come to me now that I've started Plexus and told me things that I almost felt bad that they were my friends and I didn't even know because we kind of lost touch. I had no idea one of my sorority sisters, I knew she'd struggled with IBS. I didn't know it was as bad as it was. I mean, literally, you guys, she was miserable. She couldn't even go on date nights with her husband. She'd wake up every single morning with piercing stomach cramps. And she had 2 little kids. She was pregnant with the second one, actually, at the time when she started Plexus. And she reached out to me. Actually, I reached out to her, and she finally took me up on it. And she was stubborn at first because she said, you know what, I've tried probiotics. I said, this is different. Just try it. You have a 60-day money-back guarantee. And it's changed her life. You guys, she wakes up without any cramps, without any of her IBS symptoms right now. And she literally goes into tears about it because it's changed her life. She's an architect major, had no plans of even sharing this with anybody, but she does now. And she's so passionate about it. She's like, I struggled for 20 plus years. She's like, it almost makes me mad, Carrie. Nobody had any answers for me for 20 plus years. And Plexus, I could have been on Plexus. And I'm like, I know, it's incredible. And for me, I know thyroid problems have run in my family. And I just feel like my thyroid's functioning properly now. I just feel so good. My hair, my skin, my nails, and my sleep I wake up rested and I go all day long. And so I love feeling that way. And, Amanda made a good point when I joined her. What was fun about this is we were kind of skeptics together, but skeptics make the most passionate people because we just constantly proved ourselves wrong. I'd be like, Amanda, I read this. What do you think about this? And she was like, well, I saw this, read this. And then we were all excited. So, which leads me to accountability. And this is so important. And you're going to find an awesome accountability group in our team. But if your best friend is looking for some answers too, and she wants to start this health journey with you, I would highly, highly recommend it because it's fun to be on the same level and a person that you trust and that you can talk to. And what's fun about it is everybody's going to have a different experience. So where I struggled, Amanda didn't. And where Amanda struggled, I didn't. So we worked together to reach our goals. And it was great, especially when you're working in that product, to have somebody to talk to. And research shows that people who join health programs, if they have an accountability partner, they're way more successful. So same with this. And we have an amazing team. You guys, everybody's here to help. And what's incredible, not even only in our team, but Plexus, think of Plexus as your team, because every single person that's in Plexus is out for all of us. I mean, I have not met anybody within this company that isn't supportive. We have health professionals. We have fitness professionals. We have researchers. We have dietitians. There's holistic health doctors. We have people in every, ranchers like me. I'm not even into holistic health, but it's, I love learning about it. And especially after you have a family member go through cancer. it's been interesting for me to learn. And I think I was kind of struggling with autoimmune issues. So it's a big deal for me too, being this young. I definitely didn't want to be diagnosed with that. But they're a wealth of knowledge. There's some people out there that are way smarter than I am, and they're always free trainings, and we're learning so much from them. So I always enjoy jumping on that and learning more from our other leaders. And I know as you listen, as you learn about the products, you're thinking of people. And I just want to tell you guys, if you're thinking like probably 3 people or somebody that came to mind, like write them down, because your sponsor, me, Amanda, can help. If you're like, I really don't want to sell, that's fine. But if there's somebody on your heart, that person's on your heart for a reason. And if you're seeing major changes, you have to somewhat think like, what if somebody would never shared with me? I made a choice when I decided to join Amanda and I started sharing with people. Like, what if I would have never shared with, our team? How many people are on our team now?
Almost 600 ambassadors and then another 500 and some customers. So.
Okay. So there's a lot of people's lives that have been changed because of these products. And I think how selfish if I would just teach their own. I'm not talking, don't think this is on here like you guys have to share, but it's blessed me incredibly. And I don't think you'll find another, what's been incredible is this business is all about your family and all about God, your spiritual growth and personal growth for yourself. And then obviously health. And so I love that because it really correlates with all the things that I love and I'm passionate about. I am very passionate about helping others. So it's been a huge blessing. And I know that you guys are going to love these products. I'm really, really excited for you guys to get started. We are all here to help, like I said. And if you have somebody on your mind that you want to share with and you're like, I don't even know what to tell them. Like, I know nothing about these products. Like, that's okay. Amanda and I didn't know anything when I shared with my first few people. I shared with a couple people, to be quite honest with you, because I was excited about the products. I thought of a couple friends and I thought, you know what, I really don't want to pay for these every month. And that's the honest truth. And I really wanted to give it a full shot, but I really didn't want to have to pay for it. And I haven't paid for my products ever, for my whole family's products ever. And an unexpected business arose out of this, and it's blessed me tremendously. This last month, every month has been better and better. And literally this month was probably the most mind-blowing for me. I had another promotion within our company and went senior Ruby, which is one promotion away from Emerald, which everybody talks about Hawaii, the Hawaii trip for 2 and the Plexus Lexus. And obviously it's just a fun rank to get. And our cousin just hit that rank and we're so excited for Kelsey. And I've just been so blessed by the financial side. It's like my husband was like, my husband was a total skeptic when I joined this. He was like, whatever, you can do this, whatever. But he just kind of scoffed at it, I will say. But he takes all the products with me and, he's really noticed this. And he didn't have a lot of health issues, but his immune system has been really, really good. He hasn't been sick at all this year. And he even made the comment, I haven't had a cold or the flu or nothing. And that means a lot when you're in our lifestyle. Like, we don't have time to have down days when you farm and ranch. So that's been a huge blessing for us. And he was like, Carrie, I'm really proud of you. He told me that the other night. We went out to dinner. He said, I'm really proud of you. And we were actually with one of our guy friends, and he's always asking how my Plexus business is doing. And he said, my husband was like, she's making really good money, Travis. He's like, I really didn't expect this to happen. And, I say it's because I have an incredible team and it's a God thing. Like, this isn't me. I just have shared the knowledge that I've been given. So getting a little lengthy. If you guys know me, some of you don't know me, but I like to talk. So I'm trying to keep it short. I'm looking at my notes to make sure there was nothing that I didn't. Amanda, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's open it up to questions. Does anybody have any questions, like whether that's about a product that we didn't talk about all the products tonight, and honestly, Amanda and I own every single product, but for time purposes, we just really wanted to focus on the one that definitely focuses on overall health. And
I think it's really important to get started on those. Like the Triplex is really, I feel like I get everybody started on the Triplex first, even if their main goal is weight loss. And I know we have some other weight loss products like Accelerator and Boost and Black, and they're all great. But I really feel like you need to balance your body first before starting those products, at least for 30 days. Just getting things balanced. You're going to have so much better results if you can just work slowly into those products, and in my opinion.
So if you guys want to unmute yourself, does anybody have any questions, or raise your hand and we can unmute you? Oh, Patty, go ahead, Patty. Amanda, can you unmute her, or Patty unmute?
Yeah, I can't find her now. Here we go.
There we go. Okay. I had a question. Amanda, you said you talk like if you have a customer that wants to take just one product, you recommend the X Factor. Because I have someone that absolutely, she's done the pink drink, the 7-day trial, and she's just really not interested in anything, but I really think it could benefit her and her son, but I absolutely cannot get her to take anything.
What's she struggling with most, Patty? Like a gut health issue, or do you think it's more nutrient?
Well, the big thing that I see her is the 5 pops a day that she drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And her son has that, it's not irritable bowel, but it's some kind with the polyps in the colon. And I really think the probiotic and the BioCleanse would be excellent for him. But she is a hard sell.
Would she do the probiotics at night? I think you're going to see more changes with the probiotic. I mean, just because gut health, I mean, she could just take a probiotic at night if she would do that. And has she tried the new formulated Slim?
No, she hasn't tried the new because she liked the old one. So.
Oh, she did like the old?
She did, but she won't buy it. But she liked the 7-day trial, so.
I think it's just building their belief then. I mean, and sharing more about gut health and how important that is. I mean, if she's only going to do one product, I would, Mina, what's your thoughts? I would kind of say through Bio5. I mean,
I tell people if you only want one product, definitely the
don't expect it. What?
The what?
The ProBio.
Okay, I was going to say you blanked out on me.
The probiotic. I mean, I love our X Factor, but and maybe if she's more open to taking a multivitamin, maybe she could start with that. I mean, if that's something, I mean, I don't know where she struggles with in her belief. If she just doesn't believe in supplementation, or if she just doesn't understand how much the probiotics can do for her, and maybe it's just really asking her, like, what's holding you back? Like, what don't you understand about what I'm trying to tell you? You know, because
or maybe Patty getting us
difference for your health.
Getting us to share. I mean, Patty, I'd be happy to jump on a 3-way chat with her if she's open to that. I mean, and just sharing. And I think what's so important about this is people have to, like, I almost tell people, like, if you're not willing to commit to these products for 60, 90 days, like, how bad do you want to change? And I think finding what people need to change and showing them, it is, some people it's timing, but like showing them what, giving them casting a vision of what this could be for them. How much this could change your life. This isn't some overnight fad diet product. It's literally life-changing, and it's helping thousands of people. And so if we could find out what she's really like asking her what she wants to change most in her health, and then sharing a testimony of somebody that's exactly like her and going, okay, this is why this is changing for this person. So I'll be happy to help you to maybe be a situation where I know somebody that struggles with similar health issues as her.
Okay, then I have one more quick question. My granddaughter is always constipated. She is 11, which her mom won't buy it. So I have to really talk her into, like, is the BioCleanse better or the probiotic?
It's hard for me to say one without the other.
I know that's kind of what I think too, but
the BioCleanse is going to help her with her constipation and keep her more regular. But for long-term benefits, she needs, I mean, to heal, she needs to be on the probiotic because it's going to improve her health. And I mean, the long-term side effects of being constipated all the time are not good. You know, I mean, you really need to get at the root of the constipation and figure out what's going on. A lot of times it's, you know, either an allergy or something like that, that the probiotic is really going to help with, because it's really going to heal her gut and put that good bacteria in there, and the digestive enzymes are helping her break down those foods, and the antifungal is getting rid of the bad stuff, but the BioCleanse is going to help get rid of those toxins. And I know we have lots of kids that are on the entire triplex.
And I guess asking her what she's using for that constipation. I mean, if it's Miralax or what you're using, I mean, the side effects of that long term is not good either. But yeah, just those toxins being trapped in her body. I mean, you know that, but you know, just trying to meet in. I like people and maybe just be like, I know you want your daughter to see relief and like I've really seen this help others. And maybe, there's some friends that I feel like where her daughter, maybe if you did buy some for her and be like, could you just try it? But I feel like there's something, and I always say there's something to say for people who invest in their health because they're more committed. If you buy it for someone, oftentimes they'll just stick it in their cabinet and they won't use it versus if they spend their own money on it, whether that's $5, $10, whatever dollars, they're going to take it and use it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
But I agree with Amanda. The issue, the BioCleanse is going to help her not be constipated, but the issue is that she doesn't have good gut health. And so the bad bacteria, so she needs to have good probiotics coming in there. So.
Okay. All right. Thanks, girls.
Yes. Thanks for jumping on. Anybody else have any questions?
I have a question.
Okay, Marla, go ahead.
Okay, so someone approached me and was kind of interested in like the block for the thyroid issues, but then learned that that's maybe not a good idea if you're on antidepressant. Can you explain to me what that's all about? Like working with antidepressants and maybe that not working with antidepressants or lessening how antidepressants work?
I have not heard anything about block with antidepressants. Maybe the one that you're thinking of that we have, we do kind of advise to talk to your doctor about. We always advise talk to your doctor if you're on antidepressants or heart medicine, or thyroid medication. But the Accelerator Plus with the 5-HTP maybe is the one. Okay, because the 5-HT helps with your serotonin and it's a mood enhancer and it's natural. But they don't want that to mess up your anxiety or depression meds. Nina, do you want to talk on that a little more?
Yeah, because the 5-HTP actually increases the production of your serotonin. And what an antidepressant does is actually just enhances the serotonin that's already in your body. And so it doesn't actually make your body produce anymore. It just enhances what is there. So if the 5-HTP is increasing the serotonin and then your anxiety or your depression medications are enhancing that extra serotonin, it can just throw your levels off. And so it's good to be working closely with
With that being said, we have a lot of people who have worked closely with their doctors and their doctors have approved it and they've just watched their levels and monitored it and make sure that they adjust the medication accordingly. So a lot of people that have been able to get off of it. So
I've heard Boost should be used carefully too with antidepressant and anxiety and depression medication. I don't really know what the reason there is. If it's just like the stimulants and that type of thing. I really haven't heard anything about block, but I will do more research if you have seen that somewhere.
It was just on the question and answer page when you print off the ingredients, and that's where I did that. But she was really interested in just trying that because she's pretty skeptical, but she was more interested in the thyroid issues and the help that was posted on a post today about that. And she thought that was an affordable thing to try. And then when she read that part, she was like, okay, no. So I was like, there's got to be something in that you can talk about. Well, that's why they say that, if you wanted to bring it up to your doctor and try it, maybe maybe they'd have to lessen the antidepressant or whatever, but I wasn't really sure what to tell.
I always just recommend them, they can always run their ingredients by their pharmacist or their physician and just say, do you see any problems with me taking these ingredients and my medication? And they'll tell you. But I'll do some research too. I hadn't heard that on Block and I hadn't read that, I guess. I don't know how I missed that. But and Block, I guess for me, what it's doing is you never want to take your medications with any of the products. You always should give a little bit of a time span difference, like not taking them right away. But the Block shouldn't, I don't know, I'll do a little more research, but that shouldn't affect that. Good question. And that's how you answer a question when you don't know. Say, I'll go look. That's how Amanda and I have learned, isn't it, Amanda?
And I'm kind of thinking, I just saw a video the other day that somebody mentioned Accelerator, Boost, and Block with antidepressants. And honestly, I've never even considered Boost an issue with anxiety and depression. But I can kind of understand that a little bit just because it's probably a little bit of a mood enhancer. But I really don't know what would be in Block that would affect that. We'll do some more research, but anyway, yeah.
Does anybody have any other questions?
Anybody struggling with regimens or when to take products or anything like that? Because I love our products because they are so flexible. And I just want to reiterate that, like, they really are, I mean, you don't have to take them mid-morning and mid-afternoon. And I take mine in the evening and in the morning all at the same time. They're going to be most beneficial for you if you take that BioCleanse on an empty stomach, before a meal and mid-afternoon, but it doesn't mean you have to. And just if you miss them, don't just not take them for the day. Just take them when you remember. I mean, it's not that strict of a regimen with your product.
And I feel like when you're working into the products, trying to stay close to that regimen is better and most effective. But once you get worked into the products and you're backing back down to maintenance and you kind of figure out what works for you, then they're a lot more flexible. And I'm kind of the same way as Amanda. Does anybody else have any questions? And I wrote down everybody's name during the call when Amanda was talking, and I did a little random number generator because I said I was going to give a prize for anybody that was live tonight. And Aubrey, you were the winner tonight. And so I am going, thank you all for joining us. I have the new formulated Slim with Edge or Block. Would you like one of those products, or would you rather just have some Slim samples? Do you want to do it's a 3 days of Slim and a 3-day supply of Block or Edge?
If I could just grab the Edge, the one with the Edge, that'd be awesome.
Edge, awesome. All right, I'll get with you afterwards and make sure I get your address right and stuff. So awesome. Does anybody else have any questions?
I did have a quick question. I was just wondering, because this actually took off a lot quicker than I was thinking. I signed up with Plexus and put my first post, and then all of a sudden I had 50 people contacting me, and I'm like, whoa, okay. I'm over exaggerating, 10.
But it's exciting, and it's also uh-oh, now what I do? I don't know what I want.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of struggling with how much do I invest into my business? Do I get business cards? And then how to help out those people who are initially questioning. I have a phone call tomorrow afternoon, and then I just sent some Slim samples to a few people, but I was just wondering, do you do one sample or 3, or sorry? That's kind of where I'm at.
Those are really good questions. Amanda, do you want to answer? You want me to?
Oh, I don't care. I think those are great questions, and I only do one stick of Slim. There's no reason to give them a 3-day sample unless it's somebody that you're really, really close to and you just want to share the products with them, or they have a spouse that you think that they're going to get on board and want to try it too. I may stick 2 in for them or something. But most of the time I just do one Slim sample because they're really not going to notice a difference from taking one stick of Slim. Basically, it's just to let them try it and see how easy it is to mix and implement in their day and what it tastes like. And a lot of times people's tastes even change, over the first week of taking it. I know when I first tried it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I really like this. I mean, it was okay, but I didn't like the aftertaste that much of it. But then after the first week, I didn't notice it anymore, and it was just what it was. So I recommend just one stick of Slim. What I send samples, I love our new catalogs, but don't go buy them right now because they're going to be coming out with new ones after convention. But our catalogs are beautiful, and they've done a really great job, the graphics department. But we are getting new prices at the end of the month, and I know they're coming out with a new product at convention, and the new Slim needs to go in the new catalog. So those will be coming out after convention. So I would just save your money and don't probably buy those right now. You can share your online catalog if you want to. In the beginning, I sent a lot of brochures, and now I just do the catalogs because I like them and I think they're much more effective. So I usually mail those out with just a letter explaining the Slim and what they're going to feel. They're not going to feel anything from one day. It's just to taste it and that type of thing. And then I guess the thing I send out the most probably is the Slim sample cards, just because I think they look cute. Just to use a glue dot and glue dot one stick of Slim on that sample card, and it kind of has the ingredients on the back. I have mine here, but I need to get some new ones for my new Slim. I haven't gotten any yet, so this is my old cards, but it just says like the power of pink, and like I put it on the front, and then on the back it has like the ingredients and what the Slim does. So I think those are kind of cute. I do have business cards. I'm not a big like hand out my business card person, and I know Carrie isn't either. I do stick them in like when we're doing baskets or drawings or events. I do staple my card to a catalog when I'm mailing them to people. But yeah, that's.
And I just want to add in one thing too, Aubrey. Like, don't feel like, when I first started, Slim was like, I have this one little package for me. Don't give away all your Slim. And you know what? I always encourage people. I remember I listened to a call by one of our diamonds, Emily Roberts, and she's like, I heard all these people giving away Slims, and she's like, I give away like 3 samples a month. That's it. 3 sticks of Slim. And she's like, don't be giving away all your Slim. And I was like, she only gives away 3 sticks of Slim? I figured she had to give away a whole bag to like, and she's like, you know what? They have a 60 money back guarantee. And I think for me, the people I send the samples to, typically I'll have some people I can tell are just ready to do this. And like, they're ready to change. They're like, I'm excited to do what you're doing. Like, just share with me. And like, I tell them about the 60 money back guarantee, and they don't even ask about samples. So they're ready to order. Let them order. They have a 60 money back guarantee through the business,
Don't slow the process down by sending them a sample and sending them a catalog, and then you have to check back in with them a week later. Like, if they're ready to order and they're excited, like, get them ordering. They have a 60 money back guarantee, just like Carrie said. Like, I do samples just to kind of lead generate and find some new potentials. I offer samples like when I'm cold messaging a lot, just because it's an easy like icebreaker. I'm like, if I sent you a sample, would you try it and let me know what you think of it? And so that's an easy way for me to reach out to people without being like super pushy just about my products. So I do samples in that way. Or
if you have somebody that's like, I used to do this drink and I hated this taste of it. What's Slim taste like? If someone's really worried about like, I've invested money in before and I didn't like flavor or it didn't set well with me, then I'm like, let me just send you a sample, or I always have samples in my purse if I meet someone random or we're sitting at a ball game. Like, it's just a great way to share with somebody. But I definitely I'm not the one that gives out a ton of samples. I probably started giving out a few more recently because of actually a lot more, probably most I've ever given out because we have the new formula. So I gave away 10 like last week, but that's the most I've ever given away in a month ever. I'm more of like 3 to 5, to be honest. And kind of like Amanda said, if I'm just looking, I may be like, who wants to try Slim? I'm giving away samples today, and just see who comments on Facebook just to generate some new leads. But someone's contacting me or acting really interested, I don't usually be like, it just depends on where everybody's different, individual basis, I guess. But one other thing I want to tell you, with your welcome pack, I know sometimes when we get these things, it's like easy to just put it aside, especially if you weren't planning on really working your business. But I do want to make a point to say, like, Plexus invested a lot of time and money to create these, and they did a lot of research, and all of our diamonds actually helped them. This wasn't just some guy sitting in his office just going, this is what we should do. Like, no, they talked to our diamonds, they got their input. This is based off of our original success guide, and we have a whole diamond upline. So, and a double diamond at that. So the only double diamond in the business. And these are really good. So there's a quick start guide that kind of gives you 10 quick steps. And they're really, really helpful. Just browse through them. And also the let's get you started. I love this. It's all the things that I did when I started. I didn't have this when I started, but it's all the things that I did. And it just gives you some tips about social media and sharing with people and following up. And I just think they're easy to read through. So I think that will be really helpful too. And feel free to reach out to us as well, and Candace. And I know we're all here to help. And if she's tied up, I'm more than happy to help too. So, and I know that can be kind of overwhelming. That's awesome though. You're obviously influential if that many people are responding, and that's really exciting. And I think just being honest with people, be like, you know what? I've seen this changes. I can't give you all the technical things, but I know someone who can share more with you, and I'm happy to try to find answers for you. But I'm just really excited about it. And if they're excited about getting on a health journey too, like, get them on board. And they'll probably, what's fun is your friends see different changes than you do. And it just even, it's one thing when you see changes and you get all excited, but your belief grows like by leaps and bounds when you see your best friends healing from things that they've struggled with for years. So.
I agree. And you guys can hop off whenever you want.
Yes. Yeah.
If you guys are interested in our
that.
question and answer. Sorry, I should have said that earlier, but we are so happy you guys jumped on, and we're happy to stay on and answer questions, but you guys are free to jump off too when you want to. But does anybody else have any questions? Nothing? All right. Well, it was good to see you guys tonight, and I'm glad you took the time out of your evenings to jump on. And
we
are here to help.
You might tell them about our YouTube channel. Aubrey might like that too, and some of you might.
Yeah, I shared on the team page. We started a YouTube channel for Diamonds in the Rough, and the link is on the team page. I can get the link too, but you should be able to just search it. And there's a lot of training on there. There's tons of videos that we love to watch when we first got started, and just about going silver and just different.
Our favorite diamonds we love to follow and teammates.
Yeah, favorite people we love to follow on YouTube, and product training. So even more product knowledge than we gave you tonight. Tonight was just a quick rundown, but there's tons of videos on there too about the different products and what they can do for you. So
what's fun is there's so many different color personalities within this business, and there's people who are very green, which are the people who love ingredients and details, and so you can learn as much as you want in every area, and so I love that. And then there's people who just love to have fun, and they're like, I love the fun of it and sharing with people, and then there's the helping people. So there's so many different personalities out there, and there's a lot of diamonds we really enjoy listening to. So, and emeralds, and everybody in this company doesn't have to be a diamond. So, but anybody else? Nope, we're good. Okay. Thank you all so much. I know your lives are busy, and we really appreciate you guys jumping on and listening tonight. And we hope you all have a good evening, and message us if you have any questions.